Good morning, everybody. I'm going to show you how to do an activity called the pizza box fractions, and it's a fun educational activity for any elementary school student. And so the first thing that you do is you collect pizza boxes. Now you can see why my name is Pizza Pete here, because that's what I did. I order pizza and take the plastic off, and you got this, and I thought it was so cool to have a piece of cardboard, a perfectly round piece of cardboard. So I just collected them for no particular reason. And then I realized that we could use it for this activity. So what you do, I'm going to do one so you get the idea how this is done. So you probably want to paint it first to make it look good. So I just got some paint I had laying around. So we got our circle here, our pizza pie that we'll slice into different kind of fractions. So the first thing you got to do with this circle is to find the exact middle of it. Now there are many ways to find this exact circle, but I'm going to show you what I think is the easiest way, but you may know a better way to do it. So I'm going to show you how I would do this. So the first thing you do is you get a piece of paper and you get the circle here, and you want to make a pattern here. And so you draw a circle on a square piece of paper like that, okay? So then you're going to cut it out. So, all right, so after you drew out the circle, then just get some scissors. Okay, so once you have it cut out, then what you do is you're going to fold it like so. That way. Then fold it over like so. And so you'll notice right there is the center. Oh, and here, rewind. So go back to this, just cut a little edge off there, so you know where that is. So you got it right here. You see it right there. So that's the center. So then when you go to you just put this on top of your pizza box fractions and just mark the middle right there, and you are done. So there, the exact middle. Oh, and one more thing that you want to do is you're going to put borders around all your little pizza slices. So you want to get a border around the pizza in the beginning. So again, there's different ways to do this also, but the way I do it, okay, you're going to hold the piece of cardboard like this. So you're going to rotate it like this, so you get it ready to move that. Then you're going to kind of anchor this hand in one spot, and then kind of rotate this so that mark goes on everything. So you're not moving, you're drawing, but you're moving your canvas here, and your instrument holds still. Okay, so something like this. Okay, the next step let's start out with talking about this. Some people call this a compass. The technical term is circular protractor, and it's mainly used for measuring angles. And this one is one I prefer because it's got all the angles from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. But it kind of does it in a very, very confusing way. You probably can't see this, but here they got 0 to 360, and then they got one over here. Oh, it only goes up to 180, and then it goes back down. What the heck is that? And you're looking, you're going back and forth, and it's just very, very, very confusing. And I remember growing up, when I wanted to learn math, something like this, it just confused the heck out of me. So what I recommend doing for this activity is get a circular protractor with just one set of numbers to read. If you're a teacher teaching this, it's going to be 3 times easier to teach it to the kids when you have just one number to look at. So this protractor, take my word for it if you can't see it, goes from 0 to 360. That's it. Okay, now these are very, very important to learn how to use because learning angles and degrees are used in every different kind of math and engineering that are out there. So the way you do this, the way I do it, is we're going to make these fractions, right? So we can either make 1 over 1. Can you see that? Okay, we can get 1 over 2. So basically, we're just adding 1 to this number. Okay, we can make thirds. Well, these are thirds. Fourths, fifths, sixths, 7, 8, and 9. So we're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 separate pizza box fractions. So we're gonna get one here. Now a good one to kind of teach this whole thing I'm gonna use is sevenths. So I'm gonna take this pizza box and I'm gonna figure out how to divide it into 7 pieces, each one being 1/7. No, not 7, but 7th. 7th. So we see it visually, so we learn it much better that way. Okay, so let's do them. So we have to divide this into 7 pieces. Okay, well, if we have 360 divided into 7, all we have to do is divide 360 by 7. Okay, okay, that's 35, 51, and then 51 degrees. 4 degrees. Okay, so just to make it simple, what I do is just forget all this. Now, if this was 5 plus, I would just add 1 to that. But let's just say 51, what, degrees. So each of these little lines on here, going around that big circle, is a degree. It's not an inch, it's not a millimeter, it is 1 degree, okay? So, if we want to divide this up into 7 pieces, we have to divide it in 51 degree increments. Okay, so we're going to measure 0, 51, and then go from there, Okay, now what I do is I just add it all up. Do the math ahead of time, get it out of the way, and then just mark it on here. Okay, so we'll have our first mark. We'll pick an arbitrary place on here and make that 0. That'll be our first mark. And then we're going to go 51 degrees from there. And then we're going to go 51 degrees from 51 degrees. So that's going to be 102 degrees. Everybody see that math? Okay. So we're just going to add 51 each time. And this should bring us up to 360 or thereabouts. So that's going to be 153 degrees. Here, I don't want to mess this up too much. And then we have 51 of that. 204. And then 51 to that. 255. 51 over that. 300. And 306. Somebody may want to check these numbers here. Okay, 306. And then 300, and then 51 would be 357. Now, that's really close enough. I mean, it should be 360. Should be 360, but that's close enough. You don't need a whole lot of precision on here. Okay, so how are these numbers? I'm going to make this mark, I'm going to mark this, here, 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 here. All right, okay, here we go. Okay, so I got my protractor. Let's just make okay, I'm just gonna make the marks right here. Okay, so let's start at 0. There's 0, 51, 102, 153, so keep this still, but mark each one of these. 153, 204, 255, 306, and 357. Yeah, that's close enough. Okay. So there's our marks. Okay, so if you look at that, it looks pretty symmetrical. Ready to see how I did that? So I just marked these degrees using this and put the marks here. Okay, then what? Okay, now we're gonna make the lines of the pizza boxes here. All right, so there we have our 7 pieces. So we just have to label them, cut this up, and you're there. So let's try some scissors. If you can get scissors to cut this, then yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, hold on. I want to put the fraction in first. So I think that's going to be easier like the way we're doing it. Okay, so, yeah, so do a little rewind here. Okay, but same thing. Okay, each of these are 1/7. So, all right, okay. Everybody see that? Okay, now you can cut them up. So, there you are. You have your pizza box fractions of the 7ths. Don't forget the THS at the end. There's 7ths and 8ths, 9ths, and that's what these fractions are. So eventually you want to have one for each number. So you want to have a pie chart with 2s, 3s, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you can kind of mix and match them, see what will add up to what. Lots of fun stuff. All right, so this is the Border Education Project. Give us a like, give us a donation, and we'll have more coming soon.